Hi everyone, welcome back. And this is now the second tutorial where we will show you how to do the actual measurements on the drawing. And that is what the whole app is all about. So the previous tutorial we have created a project and we have set the scale of our drawing. So let's jump straight to the tutorial, and we were going to start measuring our drawing. So when you you open your drawing and that's what we have done. This is the scale that we've set. You must always just make sure that your scale was set, and then we will start measuring items. So we can press new there and we will say bathrooms for instance, and we want to measure the area of that, and let's say we give it a bluish color or whatever color we want, and there is and you press enter. Remember, you can press always the pan button to move it around or to zoom it in and out if you want to have more accurate measurements and the like. So, but when you start measuring, make sure that you press on the item that you have, and it will go always to measure, that button, or you can straight press the measure button. So we start measuring and we carry on, and for instance, this drawing was outside of our screen. It was zoomed in like that. You can go to pan in the meantime. We can move it around and go back to measure, and you can complete your measurement to get the area of our first bathroom. And when you get to your last point, you just right click and it will close the measurement for you. You can always go back to pan and we look at our drawing like this, zoom in and out, may see, all right, there's another bathroom, and we can measure another bathroom or all your bathrooms like that, and we just click on these areas and right click and it is there. For instance, you want to deduct something in it, there you've got a duct, or let's say in this cupboard area there's some floor tiles and you don't want this area to be included in your measurement, then you can just press there and you click that one inside the other area. And let's say for instance you made a mistake and you click to there, for instance, you can just go backspace 1 or escape and you carry on and you do that and right click and it will be closed. But you'll see now it is just a darker blue or purple or whatever that color is, but there's no deduction yet because it still looks like it is adding it all up. And so, but you go to measurements down here, and you'll see when I mentioned in my first tutorial video that I would like to have good references of my measurements. Now, if you hover through these buildings, these measurements there, so that area there is 6,45, that one is 1.68, and that small one is 0.08. But I want this one to be negative, deducted from that. So I just press the minus and you will see there it is, and it is a deduct, and it is deducted from my area. So this is what you can use for other ducts or holes or vertical penetrations through your areas and so on. So we can carry on, and then we can move on, and you can say you want to measure external walls, for instance, and it is in meter, and you keep it in meter. Let's say we keep that green one, But now, for instance, and we will start measuring that. So we will say enter, enter, and it is still the green, enter, and then you want to start measuring. So you will just carry on and you will see, oh, but wait a minute. And you right click for that thing and you see, oh, I have now measured that, and it is not my walls, it is my bathrooms area. Okay, so we just go to the measurements there, we light up and you see, oh, that is the wrong one, so we delete that one and we delete that measurement and it will be gone. So we close this again, and to make sure that we correct on the correct measurement, you just click on that, on the item, and there we will now carry on, and it will be the green external wall item. Like you do, right click and the length is there, and we'll have his measurements like that at the bottom. Okay, so this is basically how it is. It is very simple to use, and with your deductions, you can always backspace or escape if you made a mistake, or you can delete items in between. Very simple, easy to use for everybody, and I hope you guys can add to this. Let me know if there's anything else you would like to change to this, but I will see you in the next video where I'll just show you how to save and export this to Excel. All right, see you later. Bye bye.